Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So I just love makeup. I am just a woman who loves knowing everything that I can about new products and old products and talking to you about them. So let's just hop right in. We're going to be doing a quick chit chat. Get ready with me. I'm trying to disguise my ugly face right now because I'm a mom of twins who are both sick, fighting I don't know what, and I'm tired, and I am surviving off of coffee and prayers as of right now. So I do have some new products that I'm going to be trying today, but I'm not really going to actually. Why don't we turn this into so today we're going to be taking the e.l.f. Melted Mint Melt Cooling Primer, and we're going to put it up against the Milk Hydro Grip. So I heard they are comparable, so let's test that. We're going to put one side Milk, one side e.l.f. So this is going to be e.l.f., this is going to be Milk, and let's just turn this into a chit chat, get ready with me / review thing. So this will be my first time using the e.l.f. primer. It looks very similar to the Hydro Grip, however it's thicker. I feel like it's thicker. The Hydro Grip goes on a little more watery. In terms of soak in, it feels the same. It feels the same. And on this side, consistency wise, they look almost identical. They're both like this clear minty color. I feel like this one is a little thinner in formulation. Like when I'm rubbing it in, it's not as thick. They feel pretty hydrating off initial application. I do feel like this has more grip to it than this does, but I feel like they're pretty comparable as far as consistency. This smells like, okay, so sorry, this smells like mint chocolate chip. It smells like mint chocolate chip. Off of initial application, this side feels more moisturizing than this side does, but in terms of look, this side looks more moisturizing than this side. In person, I don't know about on camera, but in person this side looks more moisturizing than this side. So this is e.l.f. again, and this is the Milk. And yes, I still have a Christmas mug. Like I said, I'm Christmas. I would be Christmas all year round if I could. I also don't have any spring mugs, and I'm a mom. I just need to get the coffee in my body. Right now my kids are finally napping, and I'm hoping they stay napping for a while. They have not slept very well at all, thanks to whatever it is that they're fighting. So I'm gonna go ahead. Airplane, you're so rude. I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup the way I normally would. I am priming my lids with some concealer, and I'm going to let this soak and sit before I do anything else. I'm gonna start with my eyes. So how's everybody doing? I had to take my kids to the emergency room last night because I'm a paranoid person, and Samuel started to throw up, and he was running, they've been running fevers for about 3 or 4 days now, and I'm just worried that something was seriously wrong. So I'm gonna go in with my Blueberry Muffin palette. I just love this palette from BH. But yeah, so I took them to the emergency room last night. I took both of them, Samuel and Manoa, draw some blood and do an IV for fluids. But all of the tests that they ran came back negative. Luckily, it's not COVID. It's not the flu, but it is a virus. They just don't know what virus it is. And so I'm just letting their little bodies do what their little bodies have to do. With that being said, they're also not sleeping very well. So I'm glad that they're napping, and mommy's doing makeup to hide the fact that I look like a mombi. And then if people don't know what that is, like for people who don't know what a mombi is, it is a mom zombie. Like you are a walking mombi. Like you're there, but you're not. My brain is on a whole nother universe. Like I'm not even going to act like it's not. Like I can't function right now. That sounds so bad. But I really can't. Like I'm running on fumes. I believe in the last 3 days, I've gotten a total of maybe 6 hours of sleep. So, but that's the reality of being a mommy. You know, I signed up for that, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I would lose all the sleep in the world for my kids. However, when you have to watch them be in pain from being sick and there is nothing you can really truly do, you know, that's the part that sucks as a parent, is having to watch that, like them being sick. Because all you want to do is like make it go away. And don't mind my little friend. Tim has just decided that Tim's gonna make a house on my face for a little bit. But I gave Tim his eviction notice, so hopefully he goes away quickly. I don't normally have breakouts, but I'm assuming that that is because I was wearing a mask more than I normally do. And I got it after being in the hospital. We were in there from 7:30 till like midnight, running the test, waiting on everything. I can't believe the twins are about to be 1. Guys, can you believe that they're about to be 1? Oh my goodness. So just so y'all know, at any point in time, if I purchase something or I do hauls or whatever it is, I'm not by any means telling you that you need to purchase or that you need to get the new and new and new and new. I'm just wasting my money so that you don't waste your money. Also, it's something that triggered my fancy and I kind of wanted to see and test it out and look at it and see what my thoughts are on it. But by no means does that mean that you have to spend your money on new products. Remember to use what you have, love it. You don't always need the new thing. I feel like you don't hear that often. You hear like new, but so I'm actually really sad that Becca is closing. However, I'm not going to buy anything that I don't need just because they're closing. I really like their, I believe it's the backlight priming filter. It's the purple one. I like that one. The purple tubed one. There's one that's like a pinky champagne-y color. And then there's a purple, like a lilac-y purple one. Lavender purple one. And the lavender purple primer is my favorite primer of all time. I love that primer. I will not be purchasing it because I don't need it in my collection as of right now. And I don't think I should just buy it for FOMO of not having it because I haven't had it for a while. So I'm not going to just purchase to purchase. Again, like I tell you guys, don't just purchase to purchase. But with that being said, that is a very good primer. I also like their little like pot thing that you put under your eye, their eye brightening pot thing. I like that. That's a good under eye brightener. I think it came in 2 shades. It might have came in 1 shade. I may be wrong. I may be completely wrong. However, that's a very good primer, or a very good under eye brightener. I used to put it on just on my dark circles and walk out my house like that on days that I just didn't really want anything, but I wanted my dark circles covered, because it definitely does that. I'm kind of shocked that Becca is who's closing. That is not who I would have thought would have been closing. However, there are a lot of brands that I'm surprised are not closing their doors. But then again, just because they're not popular in America doesn't mean that they're not popular in other countries, because they may be popular in like Europe or someplace else. If I had to pick who I would have thought would have closed their doors, it would be Tarte. I'm sorry, but Tarte is not coming out with anything that tickles my fancy, but that doesn't mean that other countries it's not tickling their fancy. I just think they're kind of boring. I think their palettes are kind of just bland vanilla. I mean, they're just not my cup of tea. I do prefer a more colorful look, but I don't mind neutrals. They're just not my first go-to, unless I'm like needing to have a neutral on, in which case I will do a neutral look. So what are some brands that you guys are checking for? I really want to try Clionadh shadows. They have some beautiful, like, their stained glass shadows. I really want to try those. As far as shadows, there's not really any mainstream shadows that are catching my fancy. I'm super excited for Gimme Glow's Pastel Dreams palette that's coming out in April. Oh, so excited. I will be buying that. Do I need another pastel palette? Probably not, but Gimme Glow has one of my favorite shadow formulas, and I really want to try their pastel one. The color story in itself is just beautiful. I like the layout of it. Okay, so now that this has been sitting on my face for a little bit, they feel almost identical. The hydration on both sides. The tack has worn off a little bit on the side, and it's almost this, like the tack is the exact same on both sides. So I'm gonna go in with my tried and true 1 pump of the ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer mixed in with the Dior Backstage, because I want to see, I know how these two foundations wear on me, and so I want to have a consistent indicator of how the primer wore. The ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer has definitely become one of my favorite concealers. Actually, you know what, today I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of Antipot. This Pat McGrath concealer could cover just about anything. Mistake Proof bronzer. I love the packaging. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but there's like little like screws or something on this packaging, and I like that. That is such a cute detail. It looks like a leaf. You know the veining in a leaf? That's what it looks like, and it feels like it has a texture. I like that. The component itself is just a nice little like black. So it says shake well, spray onto brush or sponge, blend into cheeks. So I ended up buying this because I like the name of the brand. Deck of Scarlet, I like that name. Oh, it's like a little, it's so weird. Okay, so it's like an aerosol. Like, I sprayed that all over my desk. Good job, Ashley. Good job. I sprayed that everywhere trying to show you. But anyways, so I'm just going to dab this. So I have played with this one other time, and I really like that it doesn't dry down right away. So the first time that I used this Deck of Scarlet, I sprayed it on my sponge and I went like straight in. And I went straight into my face. And I had sprayed a lot onto my sponge. So when I went in with it, it literally was a lot of product. So I was like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna save myself? Because it's a cream product. So like initially I was like, oh, I done messed up. Like, how am I gonna blend this out? I've done made a big boo-boo. I was so worried. But I took a deep breath and I started to just pat and like continue to just press it into the skin, and it so seamlessly blended out, and like you could not tell that I went in with way too much. I look kind of crazy right now. Let's bring some of this shine down. But it was so beautiful, and it did make it mistake proof. Like, so the first time that I used it, I went in so heavy handed that I was like panicking. I was scared, okay? I was scared. Another new product that I'm going to try, it's not new, but it's a new shade, should I say, is I'm going to try the e.l.f. Putty Blush in Tahiti. They also, what I like about that brand is they do not use bad chemically ingredients. They don't use chemical ingredients. They are a more natural brand. I like the packaging. It's weighted. It feels very much it feels very luxe. It's a very beautiful formula. I really do like the Deck of Scarlet bronzer. I think for beginners it would be really good because it's like they can't mess it up. I literally tried, basically. I'm going to do my brows and I'll be right back. And we're back and the brows are done. Okay, hey. Hey, hello. Okay, I'm done, we're done. I wish that it was really that easy just to do brows. Well, that was intense.
I don't even know where that hair came from. What? I'm pretty sure that was probably cat hair.
Trying to sabotage me. So, I just took a little bit of BFF3 and I mixed it with my ColourPop Local Time lip oil, Time, to make the perfect teddy bear brown color for my lips to go with this look. So, oh my gosh, I hope you guys enjoy listening to me ramble and watching me use old makeup that I love. And I think that we should start using more of what we have in our collections instead of always worrying about what's new. So yeah, I will continue to use and love what I own, as well as bring in new things, because like I said, I'm just an enthusiast about makeup who wants to know anything and everything that I can. And I like to spend my money so that you don't spend your money and waste it. Okay, so this makeup has been on for about, I want to say, what time is it, honey? This makeup has been on for 6 hours now, and we are looking nice and glowing. My natural oils are finally starting to peek through, so it looks amazing. But I have some thoughts on the primer. This is going to be surprising, but I prefer the e.l.f. primer. My skin doesn't feel tight. It feels nice and hydrated. It feels still like steel. It still feels like I'm not wearing anything but primer. It's not overly dry. This side is actually starting to dry down and grip to, I don't know, my skin just drank whatever moisture it could, and now it's starting to feel dry. But that being said, it's still looking, why do I keep saying still? It's still looking amazing, and I am ready to take this makeup off and get ready for my evening. Jump in some comfy clothes and snuggle my little babies. So with that being said, I definitely, if you're looking for a, not dupe, because I don't think that their formulation is identical, and I definitely don't think that the look of the primers are similar. Of them is similar. So this is e.l.f., this is Milk. When you blend them out, I mean, they really kind of look the same. They feel the same. I blend them in and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, except for the only difference that I've noticed is the e.l.f. smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream, and the e.l.f. smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream, and the Milk doesn't have any scent at all. But with that being said, their dry downs are very similar. They kind of slightly lose attack after. The wear time seems to be the same. I like them both very much so, but as of right now, I am preferring the e.l.f. side to the Milk side, which surprises me because the Milk Hydro Grip is my all-time favorite, my all-time favorite primer. I use it probably more than any of the other primers that I own. Okay, so that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble and chit chat. Please like and subscribe. It really does mean the world to me, and I shall see you in the next one. Have a beautiful, blessed day until we meet again, until we see each other again. Bye.